Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Erica and you are at the Lopsided Crafter Loom Knitting channel. Today I've got a little tutorial for you. So let's find out what's happening. So you've done your heel turn and now it's time to pick those stitches back up and put them on the loom. This can make or break a new sock knitter. So I'm going to show you how I do it. The method I do is actually pick up and knit instead of picking them all up and putting them back onto the loom at one time. By doing it that way, the stitches get really tight and it's hard to control them and put them back onto the loom. So you have a chance of actually overstretching your yarn or even breaking the yarn. When we pick up our stitches, we are looking at these V's right here that were made on the edge of our heel flap. Those are the ones that we are going to put back onto our empty pegs. So let me show you how I do it. Simply look for your next V. You'll see that this edge likes to curl. So make sure that you kind of flip it over because you want the stitches that are here on the top. Those are the ones that we're going to pick up. So look for that next stitch. Put your crochet hook through both of them. You want both V's. So see there, I still only have one. So I need to find that second V. Sometimes you have to flip it over just a little bit to make sure that you are getting both strands. You're going to grab your working yarn and pull it through. Then you're going to just set it onto the peg. Make sure that when you do it, you are not twisting the stitch because you want them all to be in the same direction. Don't worry that it keeps going out like this. We're going to go back later and reduce that slack. So then we go to our next stitch, put our crochet hook through, grab that working yarn and pull it through that V, just like that. Once you have all of the stitches picked up on one side, you're gonna go back to an area before. So because this part is my actual heel turn, if I start pulling my stitches in this area, I'm not going to be able to cinch it correctly. So I would start here on the peg next to my marked peg. So let me do a few more so I can show you better what that looks like as far as pulling the slack out. I always keep a crochet hook in my knitting bag, one that is specific to the size yarn that I am using. And since I knit a lot of socks on the loom, it's typically this one right here. This is a 3.25, I believe. It might even be a 2.5. Hold on, I'll check and let you know for sure. It's actually a 2mm. So just simply putting the hook through that V-stitch, bringing that working yarn through and putting it on the peg. This is so much easier than trying to pick up that stitch with your loom hook, because that you have to fish it over and sometimes it'll pop right on and sometimes it won't. I just feel, like I said, that it's easier to do it that way. So now I would have to knit that stitch off if I used the loom hook. And this yarn likes to split. That's why I like using the actual crochet hook. Okay, so now that I have a few more stitches on here, this is what I like to do. I like to go back at the beginning and just pull some slack. You see how much slack and extra yarn we have here? If we do not pull that out, we have a chance of having holes here on the side of our sock. We definitely don't want that. I like to kind of hold my finger here on the back of the stitch so that I don't pull it any tighter than it needs to be. And then when I have one loop left, I just simply grab the tail and pull it because it's going to cinch down both of those two pegs at the same time. And that is how I like to pick up my stitches. Again, you can do it any way that you like. You can use your loom hook. You can use the crochet method like I do. You can also use stitch markers. If you find it easier to put a stitch marker in each V and then pop that onto your loom, you can do it that way too. There's no right way and there's no wrong way. It's just whatever way works best for you. That is how I like to pick up my stitches whenever I am doing a heel flap and gusset. I am almost done writing this pattern and it will be out probably, I'd say by mid next week, maybe sooner. This pattern is going to be available for 48, 56, 64, and 72 pegs. And we have this fun little cuff here with the rolled cuff and then a little bit of rib peeking out at the top. I'll probably have the same color here for the toe. I haven't quite decided what toe I want to do yet, whether I want to do something that is specific to the KB Loom Flexi Loom, or if I want to do a toe that is specific to a loom that you can't remove the pegs from, or if I want to do two options. I might do another whole sock set, if you will, the two, with one toe, and then do, okay, so this one would be one toe, and then another one would be a different toe. And that way the pattern could be accessible to anybody. I know a lot of people do not like to take the links out and decrease. Some people feel more comfortable working on your standard rigid looms. The flexi loom is a learning curve because it does flex, but it does give you so many more options as far as increasing and decreasing, especially on socks, and it gives you more of the needle knit look. But nonetheless, that is how I pick up my stitches when I am doing a heel flap and gusset. And until next time, stay happy, stay cozy, stay warm, and may all your socks find their matches. Bye.